In fact, after Lagos and probably Kano or FCT, the next people begin to focus on is River State, Port Harcourt. So, but when we now compare it with the numbers on the ground, it's not matching. So, I was very impressed when, where's that MC? MC where? He said these chambers has been in existence since 1957. And in 2025, there's a woman president. MC, you said the chambers has been in existence since 1957. Are these all the past presidents? They are not up to 20.
You only for back on the full list, we just pack.
Okay. Okay. I was curious.
We didn't want to add the Igbo one, so people add the Igbo plate.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, that's fine.
It's not a reality, you know. It used to be 3 years.
3 years.
But now it's 2.
Yes.
Okay, it's 2 years now. It's now you don't made it 2. It's now a woman to go, I made it 2. Okay, that's fine. I said all that to say this. It means maybe this is the dawn of a new era. It's the dawn of a new era, and I'm praying that one day we have a female president in the House of Representatives. I think that's what is lacking. Now, the Bank of Industry. How many of you have heard of the Bank of Industry? Okay, before I start, I want to get a breather. When you hear Bank of Industry, what comes to your mind? MC, is there any extra mind? I just want to hear like 1 or 2 opinions or 1 or 2 perceptions about the Bank of Industry. Anybody wants to speak? Okay. Okay, don't worry. I'll do myself.
Good morning, everybody. When I hear about Bank of Industry, you put the 2 words together, the bank and industry. That means this is an institution set up by government to support industrialization in the country. Thank you.
So you didn't tell us your name, sorry.
My name is Nkeiruka. I am the CEO of BOI Resources.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Okay, you. Hey.
My name is Hector Oguni. Hearing about Bank of Industry, what comes to my mind, I think, is an institution made possible by the government to support, like our brother said, support in various ways and incentivize means of productiveness of industries at various classes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, sir, you want to speak?
Yes. My name has been introduced. Chief Amb, Chairman of Nextella Group. Actually, I know that it's very difficult for people to say it, but when we hear about Bank of Industry, what comes to mind is like all those things that the government established to fulfill all righteousness. In other words, they are there by their name. They are supposed to be providing this, but they are there without providing it. But then, in case it's asked, they say they are there. That's what comes to mind.
It's like you have spoken the hearts of many people here. Okay, I want to hear a female. Let me just say a woman for balance. Okay, sir, after a female, I just want to hear a female voice. When you hear the Bank of Industry, what comes to your mind? Please feel free. Feel free. Say as it is in your heart. There's someone outside. Okay, hold on. There's someone inside. Hold on. Come in here. Please tell us your name.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nkeiruka. Bank of Industry specialized in granting facilities to industries for them to do small scale, medium, and big industries for advancing the industry.
Thank you, Nena. Sir, you were trying to say something.
My name is Solomon. The major thing is the fact that we issue loans at a very reduced interest rate, unlike commercial banks. That's the important thing.
Okay, you said someone outside. Okay, let the person come in. After the person, we'll proceed. The reason why I'm asking this question is, remember when Jesus Christ was asking, who do you say that I am? He wasn't the one that told them. He wanted them to tell him what they think. So that's where I want to start from. I want to hear somebody outside so that it doesn't look as if they're excluded. Is the person already? Okay. Here I come. Okay. Don't worry, I'll meet you. You're welcome. Please come and sit here. Yes, sir. You wanted to say something?
I want to say many things.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. My name is High Chief Ambassador Rita Nkeiruka Onwunali. I worked in the bank for 30 good years. And there's something you have been talking. There's something you don't tell the women. What is that thing? I'll give a loan. All I've got is not only loan. I retired as a director. These people here, they are women. So many of us didn't go to school. So when you talk of loan, they feel that it's real, while it's not real. If you want to give women loan, you tell them that this loan will come with an interest. This interest, is it on reduced method? Is it according to central bank guideline? Or is Kumano loan? The other time, you people called us downstairs. I was there. And the executive financial officer now told us that anybody that wants anything should come. So he didn't specify either is a free loan, is from government, or is his personal money. On what interest? That is where women didn't know. Now, after that day, I got his number. I drove to his office. So, his office was up. I couldn't go up. He came down. And I asked him, brother, this money you want to give now free? He told me that, how can it be free? I said, on which percentage? Is it on simple interest percentage or compounded? The truth, I came out. It's not everything a wife tells a husband that something you swallow. So, my little children, see, I want to tell you what these women need, what we need. I'm 70 years, so many of you here. So, let us be real. One of the problems after retirement, I asked myself, what will I do to sustain my life? By then, my children, they were still in school. During the time of Governor Peter Odili, I went to Nkeiruka, and they were doing skill acquisition. I walked from one class to the another. I went into where they are doing, teaching children how to service fire extinguisher, how to do irrigation. I went in there and sat down. The children, they were looking, Mommy, are you here? I said, yes. They were surprised that as old as I am, I can join them. Now, today, I tell you that, bring my phone, let me show everybody. I am now one of the NMPC. I fumigate military station where NMPC produces gas and gives NEPA, that is punishing us here. God will judge them. So, when I got that job, I go to Akwa Ibom, I go to Akia, I go to Obibo. You will see me, let me, because there's no need. I want to be real. Come, bring my bag. Oh my God. So, let me tell you now, we fumigate bi-monthly. That is, if we do this month, we won't do the next month. We do the other month. Then, the money, they don't pay like that. Then I ask myself, what can I do to sustain myself daily basis? There's no salt. Bring 10 naira, buy salt. There's no crayfish. They bring 10 naira. I went to Aba. When I went to military station at Aba, I said, okay, something was entering my vision. There's a place they sell stockfish head. Because when you do something like, you look at the economy. We are not talking of dress. What women are talking now. What to give the children to eat. Hunger has killed us. Killed our children. So I drove to cemetery markets. I want to show you picture when so when I got there, I was able to locate the warehouse. So I got some phone numbers. I came back to Harcourt to look for the shop. My children, the price they told me of a shop, it was so much. I went back to Aba. Huh? Okay, sir. I'm writing up. So, then I got a shop in Aba. I asked them how they imported bringing stockfish. So, because of the shop in Cemetery is cheaper, I now bring stockfish from Lagos to Aba. Then some of my friends that want it for Harcourt, I will tell them to bring to Harcourt because I can't pay for a stockfish for Harcourt. Please, I know commerce is government. Tell the government say they should build small shops for women. Give it to us at a reduced price. Because all this big drama. No one naira for the women. None of them has money. And you people come us. You say we should come and register with 150,000. Start my back. If you go see 2,000 naira. I don't come out. Where will we get something money? Reduce your price of registration. Talk to government to get a place. Build something for us. Give it to us at a reduced price. We stay there. Some go sell vegetable. Some go sell it like me. I'll bring my stockfish. So this program, as you speak to them, none of them go 1 naira. Please, my dear, you should bring it down. Here, are you angry? No.
Please, a round of applause. Mama has spoken. Actually,
I gave you this man to speak. I never knew you would be handing over to
But it's good.
people. But it's okay. It's okay. Mommy, thank you so much. Sit down.
Oh, no,
No, you can sit.
you go there and bring my bag.
That bag is very important. Please bring her back for her. Bring her back for her.
The chairman of the Supreme our BOI Oga, welcome sir, and everybody. Just to add a little, I'm not going to speak much, but I just want to identify with her. She started by saying that most of them are illiterate. You can be illiterate in various ways. And you know that you are formed to access this loan is very, very technical. Yes. What it's trying to say is, it may not be the criteria, but I know that you can also make a proposal to your head office to help people here. These women, anytime you call them, they are here. Anytime you call them, they are here. But this year, highly technical standard is barring them from obtaining the loan. And it has said you can open a place, like a park, where they can, so that you can also monitor. And you ensure that you recover your money. Yes. So if your fear is for putting this high standard, your fear is how to recover your money. If you want to help, I mean, the law is made for man and not man for the law. We can adjust ourselves. At least as a pilot case, a case done in River State, BOI can have a project where you build for women. It may not take all the women, but at least that's a place. You know, from there, they can even get that, if it's a successful story, the model to other states. You put women there, you give them the loan, that will be this in off your high standard. Monitor it. You prescribe prescribe criteria that can be, you know, help women. Yes, and flexible. Then you direct people. Have a desk officer. Direct, give them the loan. Go and be monitoring. They are ready to sell, and every day, like Susu, and be collecting your money. So I want to identify you. Thank you very much.
You see, please let's make welcome with a round of applause, Mr. Poppins in Rabo. I told you that because of how to ask him anything, he has told us in different forums that there are money meant for the South. We are not collecting enough. Look, it's not like the money is not there, but we need to do some things, and they're here to tell us. Welcome, sir. We're happy to have you in our midst. You're welcome. So let's hire you talking. Thank you.
At the rural areas. Now, it was scheduled to be a 3.7 billion naira scheme to be accessed by each state and the Federal Capital Territory, 100 million naira for each state. As I'm talking right now, River State has not accessed up to that amount. In fact, the cap was even lifted from 100 million to 125 million, and River State has not met its own quota. So, part of it right is to create awareness. Probably there's a gap. Now, like I said, it's for women it's for people, not just women, in the rural areas. Now, what is required to access this loan? Like, is a loan. I'm sounding it now, mommy. It's a loan. It's not a grant. But however, there's a component of the scheme which will allow you to access 40% of what you borrowed back on successfully paying the loan. Now, like I said, every state of this federation is assigned an amount of 125 million with a single obligor limit of 10 million, maximum obligor limit of 10 million, which means the maximum an individual, an enterprise is to access is 10 million. That doesn't mean that everybody that applies, because what I observed is once you say something is 10 million, everybody is applying for 10 million. It doesn't mean that. But what it means is that the maximum you can access is 10 million. Successfully, you'll be giving back 40%. What is 40% of 10 million? What is the competition? You'll be giving 4 million back. It's an incentive. Because what we have also observed is that we have a challenge in some of our areas. People will pay back loan. Now, because of what mommy said now, I think I understand. That's why I asked Because some people may have thought it was a grant. So sometimes you put us in a difficult position because when you're looking at the numbers, these people are not paying back. And the essence is you're giving out somebody, one person pays back, so you can have to give another person. So that's why I'm sounding that as a loan. Now, what do you require to access this loan? It just requires to have a business name and enterprise, register an enterprise with CAC. Then you are expected to have good credit records, because another thing we have observed too is that when we now do our checks, we discover that some people who apply for these facilities maybe have loans somewhere else that they are not servicing properly. And like I said, I'm now understanding, it seems, because most of it comes from a certain microfinance bank that was running a program one time. So it's not making sense. Maybe they thought it was a grant. So when those reports come back to us, we cannot give you another one because you have a running loan. So you need to have good credit record. Then you need a guarantor. We're not requiring a collateral from you, but you need somebody to be your guarantor. Now, what are the requirements for you to be a guarantor? You can be a business person. You can be a civil servant from level 8. You can also be a worker in any reputable organization. Now, there's a form that the guarantor is expected to fill. It's called a guarantor's form, a statement of net worth form. Part of that form, the guarantor is meant to state his or her assets. These assets are expected to at least supersede the loan amount. So let's say I'm applying for 4 million naira. Whoever is guaranteeing me, whatever he or she is stating as his or her assets, should at least supersede 4 million naira. And if the person is a business person, your assets should supersede the loan by 200%, which means if it's 4 million, it should be twice. Your assets should be twice that amount, 8 million. You do not require any standard fees. You don't need to pay any appraisal fee, you don't need to pay any commitment fee. On how the loan is structured, we have a moratorium period of 6 months, right? For that scheme, 6 months, which is 3 months for the principal, 3 months for the interest, and 6 months for the principal, which means if you access the loan, you're not expected to pay anything for 3 months. After 3 months, the interest starts falling due. Then after 6 months, the principal starts falling due. And it's on reducing balance, mommy, to clarify what you asked. Now, you don't need to know anybody to access this loan. There are also other things we may require. For instance, we normally require bank statements. I understand that many people may not have corporate accounts, because what is ideal is that if you're running a business, you should have an account in the name of your company. But that notwithstanding, if you have your personal account, we can also accept that 12 months bank statement. Now, what this helps us do is to assess your capacity in quotes. Because, for instance, if maybe someone is a whole year has 300,000 in their accounts, you know that giving that person 10 million will be too heavy for the person. So it helps us to assess what will be good enough for you, which will be easy for you to manage. So that when you successfully pay that one, like I said, after you get to 40% rebate, you can come for a higher amount. And what is interesting about the Bank of Industry is if you have accessed a loan and you can pay back, the grammar that I need to speak will not be plenty again. Yeah, I don't even like talking too much. So once I just am able to state that this person took a loan and successfully paid back, is easy. So let us bear that in mind. Also, you do not require any security deposit, which means in our usual law, sometimes you require as collateral 10%. If you want to access 4 million, for instance, you require 10% to be paid, to be held in trust for you, which after you pay back the loan, the money is given to you. But under this scheme, none of that is happening. The interest rate is 5% per annum. I don't think we can get that anywhere in this country, maybe in the world.
Nobody's clapping.
So don't worry, my reward is in heaven. My reward is So these are the basic requirements and the interesting thing is that we are under pressure to disburse this money because the federal government wants to release more money. So they are waiting for us. If they release 3.7 billion and it has not been finished, how would they give you more money? The one they have given to you, I like using Jesus Christ as an example. When he gave people talents and he gave you, and then you are not able to successfully manage your own properly, it would only take it from you and give to another person. So the ones we are giving, we are under pressure to discuss them, which is why I'm here. So these are the basic requirements that are needed. You do not require to pay any fees. You don't need to know anybody. Just have a registered enterprise, a good credit record, bank statements for a year. Because we've devised this template. We're not using the usual route we normally use for our usual loans. We're using a fast track method. So these are the basic requirements you need. Once you bring these requirements, we conduct the searches on you. The searches come out okay. We file for approval. After the approval, we'll give you an offer letter, which will state, so that it's not being hidden, will state the terms and conditions of the loan. If you successfully sign it, then there are other documents that you need to bring, which are not complex. One is, there's a GSI mandate form, which there's a format for it already. You just adopt it to your letterhead. What that form is to say is, peradventure, maybe you are not chance to pay. I don't want to say it because I know those people are not here. The people that normally run away with the money, they are not here. So what I want to say is, in case you are not chance to pay, that with that form we can execute it in a way that we can access your accounts to pay back the loan. Now, what is the mode of repayments? The mode of repayment is a monthly repayment. So we have account numbers where you can pay into. Also, you can also use the pay direct method, but all these things will be given to you in detail eventually. Now, there's another scheme that the federal government is also on us on now. It's called the 75 billion naira FGN MSME scheme. Now, this one we've not been told yet that there's a cap for any state. So, as much as possible, who are the people also entitled for this loan? It covers all kinds of businesses. Usually, Bank of Industry as a bank, our scope usually normally roams around the manufacturing, processing, sectors. Mostly, I'm not saying we're limited to that, but this scheme covers any type of business, whether you're selling fish or any type of business. Likewise, the rapid scheme is not limited to any kind of business. Also, under this scheme, you're not required to pay any fees prior. The interest rate is 9% per annum only, which means you're not required to pay any appraisal fees, any other fees. The only fees you may be required to pay, which I normally advise people, that's why I normally register enterprises, because if you come with an liability company, you're required to pay a legal fee. But if you come with an enterprise, you're not required to pay any fees. Now, also too, there is no security deposit involved, which means you're not required to pay any percentage of the loan as collateral. But in the rapid scheme, you're required to have a guarantor to guarantee you. So, likewise in the rapid scheme, the guarantor can be a business person, can be a civil servant from level 8, can be a staff of any reputable company. And like in the rapid scheme, you're meant to fill, the guarantor is meant to get a guarantor's form. So, which one of the features of the guarantor is state your assets. Like I said earlier, your assets should supersede the loan. Also, too, the tenure is for 3 years, and there's a moratorium period of 3 months on the principal and the interest, which means if the loan is disbursed to you today, in 3 months you're not required to pay anything. After 3 months is over, you now start paying the principal and the interest. Like I said, it's not a grant. I heard a voice note somewhere. Somebody was telling her friend, the federal government is dashing money. You know those POI people, go and collect your share. Please, it is not a grant. It is a loan. And like I said, what normally appears, I'm happy that many women are here because our statistics have also shown that women pay more. we may pay better. I'm a man, but I have to know guys. We may pay better. So please, when you receive the loan, remember your brother or your sister that has not benefited. So that when you're paying, you have that person in mind. Because you're not paying back may hamper another person, and which will not be fair. So that we don't go out and be crying. Why are we not getting these things? Meanwhile, the ACAN is among us. So, summary, you know I'm judged about this. I'm just a forerunner for the Lord. Okay, the requirements. Okay. My brother started to do the requirements. Okay, hold on. Now, for the rapid scheme, CAC documentation. These are the basic things you need to submit. CAC documentation, bank statement for 12 months. Sorry, MC, do we have emails of everybody here? Emails. Okay, that's fine. No, I think there are emails and that's it. Okay, that's good. Sorry.
I'm not admitting in English. Okay, they can write in Yoruba.
That's okay. A performer invoice, just to tell us what you intend to buy with the money, but it's not compulsory because, like I said, the money is expected to be paid into an account in the name of your company. So let's say the name of your company is Uche Nigeria Limited. The money will be paid into account being Uche Nigeria Limited. The essence of the invoice is just to give us a clarity on what items you say you are buying, so that we can also verify that. Then basic things like ID, your ID card, your BVN. Like I said earlier, we are required to do searches. We have a corporate search, which we'll be conducting on your company or enterprise most likely. We have the credit search, which we'll be conducting on yourself and the company. And then we have a PEP, FEP search, particularly exposed person search. So some of these requirements are needed for us to conduct these searches. Also, like I said earlier, we have a GSI mandate form, which will also give you the format to be adopted in your letterheaded paper. We also have an indemnity form, which also will be adopted. The indemnity form is just to say that, okay, you are mainly going to use this money and you're going to use it in the way it is stated that you're going to use it for. So these are the basic things. Like I said, everything is a fast track. For these two schemes are fast track approval and fast track disbursement. So once you submit all these items, once we conduct the searches and the searches are okay, normally what we do is we normally conduct batch approvals, which means we don't do approval one person at a time because we want to do as many as possible. So at least 10 in a batch. So if 100 people come, we can do 10 batches at a time. And like I said, Yoruba State is yet to meet its quota, so we are under pressure. So that is summarily, these are summarily the requirements. So I think the other thing I can say. No, I'm just like I said, I'm just a forerunner. I'm just waiting the ground for the main person to speak. So these are the main schemes that have been run by the federal government that I'm going to speak on.
Okay, he just asked me something now, the white guy. He said, is this your regime? Is this tenure?
Yes, what?
Does it have a tenure?
Yes. It's tenure. 3 years. 3 years. 3 years. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Leader, a visionary trailblazer in entrepreneurship and innovation, an advocate for mentorship and creativity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the man that have helped so many people in terms of getting funds and all that. You know him. Please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome past president of Harcourt Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Engineer Nkeiruka. Onwunali. Please a round of applause. Please, like I told you, I want to thank you for your patience.
My boss, you know, what is also my boss. I consult for Bank of Industry. I hope some of you know. Okay, I'm not going to speak much. I just want to address some skepticisms as one of you. You know, people can come in here and make promises, give proposals and some claims.
difficult for you to believe them. But as one of you, I think you will believe me. The first one is, does this thing work? It works. A lot of you know me very well. A lot of you have done a lot of things with me. So I'm not getting into anything he has done. I'm only standing here to reaffirm to you that this is not one of those talk shows. This is not one of those empty government promises. As a BOI consultant, people get loans. But let me tell you something. If I facilitate your company or yourself to get a loan, would you want me to publish your name in the newspaper or online? You don't want that. So that's why you people are not getting success stories. If we begin to publish success stories of people who have gotten loans, it will be much. But all of you know the kind of environment we are in. People want to operate in secret and for their safety. So I am telling you, on my honor as one of you, someone that will be president here, this works. If it doesn't work, hold us responsible. Skepticism number 2. A lot of you have had a mindset over the years that loan is not good. As long as you're giving them loan is not good. Now I'm talking as a consultant. No man alive has ever been rich with his own money. Nobody has become a multi-millionaire with his own money. Yes, I know that in some of our churches, in some circles, they will tell you, run away from loan. Some of us don't like to take loan at all. I'm telling you, as you sit down here looking at me, that your money in First Bank, in Access Bank, some other person is using it to be rich. You're just here being happy to open your bank balance every day that you have money. Some other person is using that money. As you sit down here, only know that you want to pay your student school fees, you withdraw money. You can never be rich. You can be rich. But that millionaire, multi-millionaire you want to become, you cannot be there except as an enhancement. And that enhancement only comes through loans. That's number 2. The third thing I want to talk about before I stop is, I want to talk now as a BOI consultant. Now they have asked you to submit your bank statement. Please pay attention. Pay attention. They've also told you that you can apply up to 10 million naira. Pay attention. Do you know why they're asking you to submit your bank statement? You are not bringing a collateral. So they are evaluating you based on your cash flow. If in a year you make 3 million, don't go and apply for 9 million. Are you listening to me? Before some of you now come and say you will apply, they didn't give us. I'm just giving you a deeper technical details. The whole idea is to look at your business to know how much they can give you, so you can make the work easier for them by being reasonable. By being reasonable, don't be unreasonable in your demand. So if you're at the end of the day, you know when you print your bank statement, you have total credits, you have total debits. Please always be under it. The way down under your total credits. If at the end of the year, for instance, your total credit is 5 million naira, don't go and ask for 9 million naira. Like they mentioned, please be under it so that analysis will be easy for them. I'm talking as a consultant now. So these are the 3 things I want to draw for you. And the last one is, a lot of people, all of you may ask about frustration. Like you start, what do you do? This is the Chamber of Commerce. Why they brought you here is also to help. So if you are having challenges, you are having issues, you can come here. We'll be able to help you. Thank you and God bless you.